Imagine a life where you're not tied to a desk, where the freedom to live on your terms is a reality. What if I told you that six-figure incomes through sports betting could be more than just a dream? In this video, I'm going to share with you the top 4 tips that you need to be aware of if you're looking to make sports betting your full-time job, especially if you're using a software like OddsJam, OddsChecker, or A-Train Station. I'll break down the reality of what it takes to make it work, dispelling the myths and revealing the true potential. By the end, you'll have a clear understanding of what's possible. And who knows, you might be able to bid farewell to that 9-to-5 grind for good. The last and most important tip will break down exactly what your bankroll size needs to be, and then I'll provide you a look at my 2024 numbers for real insight. But first, I need you to smash that subscribe button if you want to beat the sports books. I upload videos every single week teaching you how you can become a profitable sports bettor, and you're not going to want to miss a video. The first tip, there are a number of different factors that will equate into your earning potential, but the most important one is where you live. If you live in Colorado, New Jersey, or Iowa and have access to over 17 different sports books, your earning potential is much higher than, say, someone who lives in Arkansas or Connecticut who only has access to 3 sports books. And while there are 8 to 10 different offshore sports books that I use every day, those are just the dessert compared to the main entree, which is the state that you live in and the sports books available to you. The sports books in your state should give you some peace of mind and an extra layer of security because they are backed and regulated by the state, compared to offshore books, which can sometimes be a little bit risky. I've never had any issues, but I understand for peace of mind, it's just a little bit better to know that the state sports books are just more secure. The more books at your disposal, the more first-time sign-up bonus opportunities there are for you. And also, there's just more arbitrage and positive EV opportunities as well. Living on the East Coast has its advantages compared to living on the West Coast. I grew up an hour south of Pittsburgh. I can reach Ohio, West Virginia, and Maryland all in under an hour, which make for some really fun weekend getaways to take advantages of some books that aren't available to me in Pennsylvania. If you live in Oregon, your neighboring states don't offer you those same opportunities. What's the ideal bankroll size in order to become a full-time professional sports bettor? The answer will be different for everyone, but using my approach, I'll give you a solid, realistic range so you know exactly what it will take. The second tip, what's your number that you would be comfortable making in order to have a career as a full-time sports bettor? It's different for everyone. If you're just graduating college and you have a smaller bankroll and you're looking for that first job, would $45,000 your first year sports betting be enough for you to say no to corporate America? Everyone wants to make over 6 figures a year sports betting, but early on, gaining confidence and trusting your process will take time. If you're in your mid-30s, and maybe making $50,000 to $80,000 a year, then is making $45,000 a year sports betting enough for you, especially when you have to add in taxes? I'm not a CPA, but if you're serious about taking sports betting and turning it into your full-time gig, you need to understand the implications of taxes. Make sure to consult with a tax professional. Hey guys, I'm excited to announce that I've just launched channel memberships. With 2 fantastic levels starting at just $1.99 a month, you're going to get a slew of perks, become a valued member of the squad while supporting the channel along the way. From exclusive member-only live chats on my streams, to early access to my content, to customized emojis, there's something special for everyone. Head over to my channel homepage to learn more and join the squad today. The third tip, if you're looking to become a full-time sports bettor, is 2 things. Number 1, you're consistently making money off the books. And if you're profitable, that leads into point number 2, you're consistently beating the closing line value. This is not the ideal customer a sportsbook wants, so you're going to get limited. And some books will limit you even if you're not profitable, but you're showing them that you're beating the closing line value. Linked in the description is a strategy video I made showing you how you can fly under the radar of these sportsbooks so that you can appear like a casual sports bettor. This strategy is going to create massive longevity for you in your sportsbook account. Now, getting limited will happen, which is why tip number 1 is so important. You're going to burn through some accounts with certain books, so the more books that you have, the better. Now, in my opinion, I believe it's possible to have a fantastic 6-figure year sports betting. I know people that have done it, but betting on your personal account will only get you so far. Networking with other sharp sports bettors and working with betting syndicates is how you're going to level up and make this dream a reality. I would argue that over the next 1 to 3 years, most of your personal accounts with books will dry up. Now, some books like FanDuel or Caesars or certain offshore sports books will still allow you to get down a decent amount of money per play. Over 75% of the books that you have accounts with will dry up, meaning you're not going to be able to place the wager size that you want, and it's probably going to be under $25 they'll let you get action on, and if this is your full-time job, that's no bueno. What you'll find out is as you level up in this game, the key is finding more accounts. My advice to you would be to start networking as soon as you can and start forming relationships with people in the gambling community. If you think that you can quit your day job and only bet using your personal account for the next 5 years, then you are in for a rude awakening. Now for the last and most important tip, what size bankroll do you need in order to consider quitting your day job? I approach this question a lot different than others. First off, we're just going to solely focus on positive EV betting, and I believe that you can make anywhere between a 2 to 10% return based off of the amount of money you stake or wager per month. So in 1 month, if you wager $10,000, you can expect to make $200 or $1,000 per month. And I would argue that the bulk of your income is going to come in the fall and winter because that's when the sports calendar is much busier compared to the summer. So if you wagered $275,000 a month and brought back a 3% return, then you would make $8,250. Times that by 12 months, and that's $99,000 a year. So take this calculation and then look at the amount of money that you wager per month, and that's going to give you a solid idea so that you understand what it's going to take to get to the number where you ultimately want to be. I would be remiss to say on my last note that there are some serious swings sports betting, and this arena is not made for the faint of heart. Let's take a quick glance at my 2024 so far. Now in January, I made $6,600. Granted, I wagered almost $71,000, brought back over a 9% return, which is the greatest month I've ever had positive EV betting. So that's an example of an extreme high, and then in February, I had an extreme low, where I lost $5,500, wagered a little bit more, $83,000. So now I'm only up $1,100 after 2 months. But then I came back in March, wagered less because I took a more conservative approach after February scared me a lot, wagered almost $58,000 and made $3,200. So now I'm up $4,300 after 3 months. Granted, I'm not a full-time sports bettor. This is just a serious side hustle for me. Now, April's been nice, but I haven't been as active, mostly because I was laid off from my job at the end of March, so I can't get super crazy with it here. But again, right now, I'm at a 7.5% return, which is fantastic. So in summary, I feel that sports betting is a fantastic side hustle. And for some of you out there that have a high taste of risk, then yes, you could push the limit. You can make $60,000 to $100,000 to $150,000 a year. You're most likely, though, after a year or a year and a half, burn through a lot of accounts. And if you're able to then find more accounts, then yes, you can keep the party going. But on your own personal accounts, it's going to be hard to do this year after year after year. Now you have the tips to figure out if you can put in your 2-week notice at your job. I'm a firm believer that using a software like OddsJam or TrainStation is truly the only way that you can make serious money sports betting unless you're an originator. Click this video right here to find out if OddsJam or TrainStation is better suited for your betting needs. I break down the pros and cons so that you can figure out which software is best for you.